Welcome to the 10th video in the Maine's Restaurant Formula video series, Boosting Frequency. As we discussed back in video number 8, there are only 4 ways to make more money in the restaurant business. Number 1, get more new customers. Number 2, get your current customers to come back more often. 3, get your current customers to spend more each time they visit. Or 4, cut your costs. In this video, we'll focus on getting your customers to come back more often. Frequency. We've all heard the old adage that it's easier and cheaper to get a current customer to come back than to go find a brand new one. That's certainly true in the restaurant business. By far, your best target customers are those that have already been in and had a great food and service experience. Think about it. If your average customer comes in 2 times per year and you can get he or her back just 1 extra time, you'll increase your sales to them by 50%. What if you could do that for all of your customers? You'd have a pretty good year. The underlying idea to all frequency strategies is to get your guests to do something incremental that they weren't planning to do. When a guest visit is truly incremental, meaning that you filled a seat that otherwise would have been empty, you take most of that income to the bottom line. That's because you've already covered your fixed costs. You have the building and the staff and all the other ongoing expenses covered. So if a visit is incremental, the only additional cost to serve that guest is the cost of the food. Here are 9 ways that you can get your customers back more often. Number 1, build your email list. As we discussed in video number 6, email is one of the most powerful restaurant marketing strategies. These are guests who have already been in and liked you enough to share their email with you. The most basic frequency strategy is simply staying in touch via email and sharing interesting new menu items, new servers, or anything you think your customers would care about. Simply reminding them that you exist will get people in the door if you gave them a great experience last time. Plus, email is a mechanism that you can use to deliver the news about many of the other frequency strategies we're about to talk about. Of course, you can also leverage a text list, social media, and things like that to stay in contact with your guests. Number 2, challenge strategy. This is when you challenge guests to do something additional for a great reward. For example, if you know your average guest comes in once a month, run a promotion where anyone who comes in 4 times that month gets a special reward. Could be a $20 gift card, a free t-shirt, a free dinner. Number 3, limited time offers. Many restaurants have daily specials, but how about an item that's available for a specific time period and then goes away until next year? This gives your guests a chance to try it, fall in love, and then come back frequently because they know the item is going to go away. If it becomes a favorite, the fact that it will go away for a whole year is a powerful motivator. McDonald's does a great job with this every year when they bring back the McRib. Number 4, occasion strategy. This is when you get your customers in for a special occasion. The most obvious ones are birthdays and anniversaries. You can also get more extensive and track things like kids' birthdays, work anniversaries, or anything else you can think of. For years, Red Robin has had a birthday burger program. Get a free burger during the month of your birthday. Seem expensive? Yes. But remember what we said about incremental visits? When I was at Red Robin, we tracked the behavior of birthday guests. What we found was that 75% of the time it was an incremental visit, a visit they would not have made if not for the free burger. And on top of that, the average check for their party was over $30. The program increased frequency, was incremental, and was extremely profitable. Number 5, create a personal connection. Want to get guests back more often? Treat them like close friends. Treat them like they're important to you and like you're authentically happy to see them when they return. If you're the owner, this is particularly powerful, but it also works if you're the manager, the shift manager, or the server. Not only will this increase frequency, it will increase your server tips. Now this may seem obvious, But when is the last time you felt truly welcomed and special when you visited a restaurant? There's a breakfast restaurant in Dallas where I eat about 20 times a year when visiting a client there. At one point, I hadn't been in over a month, and the server said, "Well, hi there. It's so great to see you again." That simple comment made my whole day. Number 6, gift cards. A gift card program is a great way to lock in your customers and get them back throughout the year. Gift cards are a useful tool for many reasons. First, others can pay for your regular guests' meals. Perfect gift if they know that your place is a favorite. Second, your current guests can use them to introduce new guests to the place they love. And of course, you've got the money now for a meal that you make down the road. Number 7, create a special event. Want to dramatically increase the frequency of a certain pool of guests? Create a special event series that's just for them. What about Tuesday afternoon when you have a downtime, creating a mom with kids event? There's one restaurant in Eureka, California that has a crooner night. What's that? They bring in a band that plays crooner music from the 50s and 60s. Well, turns out it attracts both the baby boomers and the millennials. People come from all around and drive in with their classic cars. It's become a phenomenon every week. You could also create something like a monthly wine dinner for that crowd. Number 8, bounce back offers. This is a strategy that's used by many restaurants. You give some sort of reward for coming back soon. It's related to the challenge strategy we discussed earlier. The key here is that the bounce back timing has to be much shorter than a guest would typically come in for an additional visit, making it incremental. What do you give them to get them back? Well, offers vary, but I believe it's always better to give something away for free than to give a discount. A discount cheapens your brand and lowers the value perception of your food. Plus, it's just a math equation. Instead of giving $2 off for coming back, give a free appetizer. This could be an $8 or a $10 item, but should only have a $2 food cost. It ends up costing you the same, but the perceived value to the guest is dramatically higher. Oh, and be sure to bounce them back at times when you would normally have seats open anyway. Number 9, loyalty program. If you want to take your frequency plan to the next level, you can invest in a digital loyalty program. Many restaurants use punch cards to drive loyalty. While they're better than doing nothing, the challenge with punch cards is that it's not totally clear that they're actually changing your guests' frequency. They may just reward your already frequent guests by essentially discounting their food. While this is fine, remember that our goal is to get them to do something they weren't already planning to do. A good digital loyalty program will allow you to do this by reaching out to guests with special offers based on their behavior. If you know they normally come in every 2 months, send them an offer they can't refuse after 1 month. This is a little more advanced, but it works. Some loyalty programs work directly with your POS, others are simply apps on your guests' mobile phones. As you work to increase your guest frequency, always remember, get them to do something they weren't already planning to do. Think of your guests not in terms of their check today, but their check over the whole year or over the next few years. The long-term approach will help you develop an experience that doesn't just satisfy them today, but for months and years into the future, frequently. Join us next time for Menu Innovation Strategies.